Hi, my name's Nikisha, and I'm so pleased to be able to finally welcome you to my YouTube channel. I have been sharing shorter content over on the Instagram platform for the last 2.5 years, and I feel like now's the time to try something new and introduce longer form content here over on YouTube. I feel like it's a great platform to share my longer stories, give you more time to sort of see how my routines work, and really talk through some of my favourite recipes and share what life is like at home for me. I was a little bit nervous to get started with this because it is very out of my comfort zone. I'm used to, really short content, but I feel like you grow when you challenge yourself, and this is kind of new ground for me, and I'm all up for trying out new things this year. So here I am on YouTube giving something new a go, and I'm really excited to be here. So I live here in Cheshire. I used to live in London. I lived in London all of my life, and I moved up here about 6.5 years ago now with my family. When I first moved up north, I found that the weather was very different from London. It is colder, and I don't think I have fully adjusted to the temperature change. It is a lot colder. We're quite close to the sea here where we are, and it rains a lot. When I was in London, I wasn't very outdoorsy, and how I live has changed drastically. I'm outside a lot more. I've got younger children and they love being outdoors, so I've had to push myself out of my comfort zone, get used to wearing wellies more often, get muddy and get stuck into walks through the woods, and really layer up so that the cold doesn't stop me from going outside and having a good time. And I found that through going outside more, experiencing nature, my well-being has improved. The fresh air in the lungs, the sunlight on your face, it's been amazing. So I have really enjoyed my new lifestyle that I'm still becoming accustomed to. I am a homebody and I spend a lot of time here. There are still parts of it that need a lot of work, and we have been over the years pouring so much love and effort into making this the home that we dreamed of. My husband has put a lot of trust in me and my choices about what I want the house to look like. He has his input on what he would like for the home, but he trusts me with all the styling and all of those kind of decisions. And I do spend like endless hours pinning all of my ideas. I just think it's such a great place to gather up inspiration. I do love going around and styling the different areas of my home, making them cozy, comfortable. It's not a show home, it's somewhere that all of my family live, my children, my husband and me. We try to work hard on creating a home and a space that we can all relax and enjoy. I love seasonal styling, changing things up as the seasons change, just bringing in nature into my home. I love wreaths, simmer pots, and I even like to change the scent of my home with the season that changes as well. I also love to dress up at home. Sometimes I do have like a relaxed day where I'm just wearing some lounge clothes, but sometimes I like to dress up. It just helps to boost my mood, makes me feel good. I don't save all of my best outfits for when I'm going somewhere. If I want to look good at home, I'll go in my wardrobe and have a look for a lovely outfit that would make me feel good. So yeah, I don't wait for special occasions to wear something nice. I like to do my hair, sometimes I do my makeup, I put perfume on, even if I'm just staying at home. So those are the things that I love to do to make me feel good. At home, you'll always see me opening the window, getting some fresh air, because I just love when the house smells fresh. Opening the windows, even for a few minutes, just makes such a difference. And I love using my diffuser and making different blends with essential oils. I just think it's just so nice, and you can make it personal to you and make your own kind of blends of scents. It's just really, really lovely. And I love lighting a candle to create a lovely ambience. I really enjoy listening to music, whether it be calming jazz. I find that really helps me to get into my zone, especially if I've got some cleaning to do. But I love all the genres of music. Music is just within me. I hear it and I just want to start moving and dancing. I absolutely love my bedtime routine. It is so key for me. Winding down, turning down the lights, using my magnesium butter for my feet just to make sure that I get a really good night's sleep, and just choosing some lovely nightwear, whether it's a pretty nightie or some matching PJs. And then my skincare routine is like a ritual. I don't rush it. I really look forward to looking after my skin just before I go to bed. I do really enjoy cooking and baking, especially in a lovely pretty apron. I just think it makes the whole experience just more elevated and really, really nice. I've been into baking since I was a little girl. I remember, sorry, I've got the bins being collected. So I have been into baking since I was a little girl. I remember asking my mum one Christmas for a Clever Cook oven, and when I got it I was just over the moon. And I remember just sat there for ages waiting for this tiny light bulb to cook this miniature cupcake. I mean, it didn't taste the best, but I mean, the whole experience of cooking it, I just absolutely loved that gift, and I'll never forget it. And since then I've just been into baking, and I kind of taught myself because my mum wasn't really into baking. I mean, she loved cakes, she still does, you know, she used to pick up cakes from the bakery for us and things, but she wasn't really a big baker. And I just sort of, with her, sort of worked it out myself as a kid, and yeah, it's just never left me really. So I still enjoy baking treats. You know, I just think they taste so much better than when you buy them in the shop. But the shops do still have some yummy treats, don't get me wrong. It's just one of my favourite hobbies to do at home, and cooking for my family. When I do cook dishes at home, I just love setting the table, you know, even if it's just placemats and a few candles, or just using your nice plates, your nice cups, your nice glassware, your nice cutlery. You know, I don't like to save those for special occasions. I just use them because it makes me happy when I do. We are back home from Wales. We had an amazing time. The weather was really cold, I'm not going to lie to you, and very, very windy. We went to Anglesey, a place called Triada in North Wales, and I'd love to go back because it was so picturesque, very open, really scenic. It was just fantastic. We stayed in a lovely cottage with our friends and all the kids, and it had so much space. We went to 4 Mile Bridge and we did some crabbing there. We caught some huge crabs. We did plenty of walking and explored the local area. We had fun down at the beach, playing games, making sand castles. And now I'm back home. The weather has finally turned. It is absolutely beautiful outside. The sun is shining. I think it's getting to about 20 degrees today. So that is just the best weather. And there's a slight breeze as well, so it's not too hot. I've got the windows open and the air is coming through the house. So the house has been very well lived in and a little bit upside down at the moment, if I'm honest. So I am going to be resetting the whole house over the week. I'm going to be doing it slowly, just so that it doesn't feel overwhelming. And I'm going to be starting here in my living room, just tidying things away and then just giving it a bit of a reset, just so that this room feels calm and back to itself again. decided that I wanted to grow more flowers than I did last year. Last year I tried a few cosmos seeds and some were successful, some didn't work out so well. And I've learned a bit more since then, and I thought I would give a few more varieties a go. So I have planted a lot more seeds this year. They've all started to grow. Some unfortunately are a little bit leggy, so I'm having to repot them in bigger pots a little bit deeper and then pinch them out when they've grown a little bit more to just try and encourage some bushiness. I think the issue was that I have put them on a really warm window and not enough ventilation, so it's not cool enough there. I don't have a greenhouse, so I've been using my windowsills, and I think that the environment was sunny but too warm, so I think it's encouraged this really rapid leggy growth that now I need to rectify. So I'm going to be potting up these cosmos into slightly bigger pots, burying them a bit deeper to try to encourage some better growth and get more flowers. I've got some white ones, I've got a few different colours as well, so I'm really excited to see how they turn out in the garden this year. I am hoping for a bit more success this year, and hopefully I can turn these leggy ones around. I also did the same with sweet pea. So I did have some sweet pea last year, but I didn't grow them from seed. I just had like small plug plants and I grew them, and they did flower really well, which was nice. But I wanted to try my own from seed, and they have, just like the cosmos, they've kind of set off really, really quickly. And I think the environment was just a little bit too warm. So I know that for next time, what I've done is I've removed them from that room. So it was on my warm window. So I've removed them from that window. I've moved them outside now because it's warmer, and I've put them in a really sunny position. I've pinched out the tops of the longest ones. So they're about 10 to 15 centimeters. I've pinched those out, and I'm hoping that that will encourage some bushy shoots, and maybe we can fix the legginess there as well. I want to harden them up. I don't want them to be soft and like get disease and get all brittle. So fingers crossed I can fix those, because I'd love to grow them up my trellis in my garden and just have a lovely seated, scented area with loads of beautiful flowers and lots of colour. Like, I kind of want it to feel like you're kind of wrapped in colour and beautiful scent in the garden. So yeah, I wanted to grow several varieties just so that I could, you know, play around with the colours and have loads of flowers that I can cut and put around the house, style the tables, and just make everywhere smell really pretty. So fingers crossed we can make that happen this year. So I have just brought the sweet peas outside into a cooler, very sunny spot, and I've also brought the cosmos out too. I repotted the cosmos into deep pots just because they became a bit leggy. I also pinched out the sweet peas too. So I'm hoping that they will bush out a bit more, and eventually I would love to plant them here in these planters so they can grow up these screens, and then we can have a lovely scented area that is full of lovely pretty flowers and lovely colour. So that is the aim for these sweet peas. So I'm hoping to fix the legginess and we can have a beautiful sitting area in this corner of the garden. I already have some Hydrangea Annabelle Strong growing in the bottom of the planters, and they are just starting to come back now. And I usually put some white petunias in the top baskets. They grow out and spill over the baskets, and they just look so pretty when all of this is in full bloom. It looks amazing, and I just want to see what it's like with some of the sweet peas growing up there. I think it's going to look really beautiful, so fingers crossed. I'm hoping I can save these ones and then make my corner look even more beautiful. Good morning. It is lovely, bright and sunny outside. We've got a slight breeze, which I like, but the skies are blue and I can hear the birds, and this is just ideal weather for me. I have recently just reset my wardrobe because the warmer weather has started to come in, so it was time to put away the heavier knits, the bigger coats, and just bring forward my lighter spring pieces. I have quite a classic style. I love neutral tones and classic colours, so my wardrobe reflects that. I just find that choosing more timeless pieces and sort of classic colours makes my wardrobe last longer. I can reach for things for years and years because they just don't go out of style. I choose things that I know that I'm going to be able to just keep picking out every season. I feel like it's so much easier to get dressed in the morning and to feel put together when your wardrobe reflects the season that you're in. So now that we're in spring and the months and the weather is started to warm up again, I needed to bring forward my lighter pieces. I started by bringing in my favourite pieces. I've got some dresses that I love and that are just so easy to wear and just make me feel so put together. So I've brought my pieces to show you today. I've also introduced some newer pieces to my wardrobe that also have a timeless feel to them too. They're in classic colours and they are such lovely additions to my wardrobe. The first piece is a long white dress. I feel like this is a staple, especially in like a classic wardrobe. If you like a timeless look, a white long dress is really easy to wear. It makes you feel so elegant and effortless. This is the white dress on, and I love pairing it with a hat. It's got a lovely silhouette coming in at the waist, beautiful puff sleeves. And I also have this classic black dress that I will be wearing again this season. I do love a dress that cinches you in at the waist. Dress it up with heels, dress it down with some flats. So now on to my newer additions to my wardrobe. These are the linen trousers. I love the way they look and feel. They just feel really light and comfortable. And I love the colour. So the linen trousers. They have pockets at the back and side pockets, which is very handy. I love having a side pocket that I can just put my hands into. Next up we have this pretty dress. It has such a classic and timeless feel to it, with the navy, the gold and the white. I love the gold buttons, the way it elevates it. And I like the contrast between the dark navy and the bright white piping going through the dress. Okay, can you tell that blue is one of my absolute favorite colors to wear? As soon as I saw this dress on the peg, I was like, that is a bit of me. I love the blue, the stripe, it cinches in at the waist. It felt like a perfect spring dress. Lastly, we had the dress my husband got me for my birthday. Now, the way they've designed it is so that you could actually wear it without the belt, but I prefer the look that you get when you tie the belt in at the waist. Just feels super chic and elegant. And again, they've made sure there's deep pockets in this dress, and the fabric is so light and it really does suit springtime. So this is a beautiful addition to my wardrobe, and when my husband gave me this, I was so happy. He doesn't usually buy me clothes. I usually get my own clothes, and when he got me this, I was like, wow, he did really well. You know, it's so nice to sit with a cup of tea, with the windows open, sun coming down on you, and a soft breeze coming in through the windows. You can feel the nice fresh air, and you can hear the birds chirping away outside. This is absolutely bliss and just my perfect way to relax and unwind at home. So that is pretty much how I've been easing myself back into the week, and I've really enjoyed just resetting my space and getting back into the garden again, switching up my outfits, bringing forward my spring pieces in perfect time for this gorgeous weather. Thank you so much for watching today. If you've enjoyed my video, give me a like, drop me a comment to let me know what you thought, and subscribe so that you can get more of my videos. It's been so lovely sharing my week with you. See you again on the next video.